Ready to know the complete formula to effectively manifest anything you want in life? This video is part 2 of a 2-part series where I break down the 7-step process crafted by the manifesting expert Roxie Nafousi in her Sunday Times bestseller Manifest. Today we are going to see the final 4 steps out of 7 so that you'll then have all you need to start turning your desires into reality right now. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Luca and I'm studying to qualify as a professional life coach. On this channel, we talk about self-development and how we can create a life that is more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much, let's get started. Let's recap to connect the dots from the last video where we covered the first 3 steps of manifesting. First, you must be clear in your vision. You need to define the destination where you're headed as clearly as possible. Really, you need to visualize it in vivid detail. But remember, if you're unsure about the exact things you want to manifest, you can start by visualizing how you want to feel. Next, we tackled the hardest step, which is removing fear and doubt. This involves recognizing and letting go of those deeply rooted beliefs that hold you back. This step takes time, sometimes months, sometimes years, and it's ongoing. Because the longer you've been carrying feelings of unworthiness and lack of self-confidence, the harder it is to break free. But it's absolutely possible. Then came the 3rd step, which is align your behavior. And this is where manifesting really stands out from just the law of attraction. You need to take action even if you're feeling scared or unprepared, because if you wait to feel prepared, chances are that you'll never take that step. So start now. Great, now let's dive into the final 4 steps. The 4th step is overcome tests from the universe. And this is where things get even more real. A test from the universe is any obstacle, challenge, or even person that stands between you and your goal. It's a test that will try to make you settle for less than what you deserve. Let me give you an example. Imagine you've worked in the same industry for ages, and now you feel ready for a complete career shift. So you start job hunting, but out of nowhere a recruiter reaches out with an offer for a senior role in your old industry. Reputable company, great salary, prestige. It's not what you were after, but it's tempting. Then your family and friends say you're crazy and greedy to say no, just be grateful and say yes. So what do? Do you stay true to your authentic desire or you settle for what's easier? Here's another example. You are 30, single, and ready to find your soulmate. So you start using dating apps seriously, you put yourself out there, and after a handful of dates, you finally meet someone who's almost what you were looking for, but not quite. Deep down you know they're not the perfect fit. Now, do you settle just because you are feeling behind in life? Dating can be exhausting, and God only knows how long it will take you to find the one? Or do you hold out for the person who truly ticks all the boxes, even if that might take you years? Here's the thing, these kinds of tests are designed to challenge your belief in your own worth and value. If you choose to settle for the job or the relationship that's just good enough, you are essentially telling the universe, I don't believe I deserve better, and I'm afraid I will never get what I really want. And that blocks your manifestation. I get it, these decisions aren't easy, but you have to trust that what you're seeking exists. You must exhibit confidence in yourself, and don't feel guilty to refuse a good offer that isn't exactly what you were after. This is about rejecting a scarcity mindset and embracing an abundant mindset. You have to believe that you're worthy of love, success, and happiness, and that there's more than enough of it for everyone. Yeah, sometimes you'll have to wait longer than you'd like, but when you stay true to your authentic desires, you show the universe that you believe in your worth and you're serious about that. Now, I'm curious, let me know in the comments below if you've ever faced a similar test and how you handled it. Alright, let's dive into the 5th step, which is embrace gratitude without caveats. Well, I've already covered some of the scientific benefits in another video, like how it can lower your blood pressure and boost your mental wellness. But beyond the science, gratitude also plays a huge role in your emotional frequency. Basically, research has found that different emotions can generate different vibrational frequencies. Think of it like tuning into a radio station. Negative emotions like jealousy, guilt, shame operate on lower frequencies, while positive emotions such as love, inspiration, and gratitude are up in the higher ranges. And since like attracts like, the vibe you send out tends to come back to you. So when you're feeling high vibe emotions, you attract more of that goodness, while when you're stuck in a negative loop, well, you probably know how that goes. We've all had those mornings when you wake up already exhausted, maybe slept through your alarm, the weather is miserable and you're just not in the mood for the day ahead, then you spill your coffee everywhere and you're halfway to work, and then you remember that you forgot to close the windows, and it's like the universe is conspiring against you. But it's not a coincidence that all these negative things happen together. Low vibe feelings tend to snowball, compounding throughout your day until you decide to stop the cycle. So, what can you do when negative emotions start piling up and you're feeling overwhelmed? Hit pause, take a moment to relax, breathe, and embrace gratitude. I know, when everything's going wrong, gratitude might be the last thing you want to think about. But it's the fastest way to override those negative feelings and lift yourself up. The book talks about 3 categories of gratitude you can always lean on to help you out no matter what's going on. Gratitude for yourself, which means appreciating things like your physical health, mental health, or body strength. Gratitude for your life, such as being surrounded by loving friends and family, or having a fulfilling job, or living in a place you love. And gratitude for the world. These are the universal things, such as the sunlight warming your face, the sound of waves at the beach, a peaceful walk in nature. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything's perfect. It's about shifting your focus to what is good, even when life feels tough. Just remember, there's always something to be grateful for. Now let's move on to step number 6, turn envy into inspiration. Going back to the concept of emotional frequency and how different emotions carry different vibes, envy is one of the lowest vibe emotions, and it's rooted in a scarcity mindset. When you feel discontented or resentful for someone else's success, possessions, or qualities, you're basically telling the universe, I don't think I can have the same, and I don't believe there's enough love, success, and happiness for everyone. But here's the thing. Envy isn't inherently bad, it's just a signal, an emotion that pops up when you're facing something that challenges your sense of self-worth. Instead of suppressing or ignoring envy, why not try listening to it? Because it's actually there to teach you something. Let me give you an example. Maybe you see someone at work walk into a room with unshakable confidence, and your first thought is, they're so arrogant. But what if that reaction is actually envy trying to tell you that you wish you had that level of confidence? Once you recognize that, here's what you can do. Acknowledge how you feel. So recognize when someone else's qualities make you feel bad. Let go of guilt and self-judgment. Don't blame yourself for feeling envious. It's a human emotion after all. Ask what envy is trying to tell you. What is it trying to show you that you desire for yourself? And finally, turn envy into inspiration. So use that realization as fuel to achieve your own goals. Instead of resenting your confident colleague, use their confidence to inspire you to build your own. Or let's say you're single and you see a couple kissing and cuddling. You might be thinking, great, just what I needed to see today. But instead of feeling bitter, use it as inspiration and think about what kind of relationship you would like to create for yourself. Personally, every time I watch an interview or listen to a podcast featuring the coaches and self-development experts that I admire, I feel like this tiny grain of sand compared to them. But you know what? That feeling isn't there to knock me down. It tells me, Luca, you want to be great and you want to have an impact on people's life. So instead of getting paralyzed in comparison, I choose to be inspired by their success. I use everything they do as a blueprint to become the best coach and self-development expert I can be. So next time you're feeling envious, don't push it away. Listen to it instead. We have finally made it to the 7th and final step, trust in the universe. What does that actually mean? Well, it's about reaching a point where, after doing everything in your power to set yourself on the right path, you simply let go and trust that the universe will provide you with what you want. This doesn't mean crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It's about embracing a knowing feeling. The kind of confidence where, even if you have no idea how or when things will happen, you simply know they will work out. There's this big misconception that manifesting is about controlling your future, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Yes, it starts by visualizing what you want for your future self and mapping out a proactive roadmap to get there. But once you've done that, it's crucial to come back to the present and focus on the steps you can take right now, and then surrender to the journey. Or, as people like to say, trust the process. In fact, keeping your mind fixated on a future that hasn't happened yet is the perfect recipe for endless stress, disappointment, and frustration. So it's like making a deal with the universe and saying, I'll do my job and I trust you'll do yours. Also, when you're not obsessing over how or when you'll get somewhere because you know that somehow you will get there, you can be mindful in the present and practice awareness and appreciation for what's already around you. But here's one big obstacle you need to watch out for, which is impatience. And when you become impatient, you're tempted to interfere with the process. And I totally get it, as we live in this age of instant gratification where everything is just one click away. But when you rush or try to force outcomes, you often steer yourself off the right path in search of a quicker route, and this often leads you to settle for something less than what you wanted. So let go with faith, you've done the job, and now let life surprise you. Okay guys, we've finally seen all the 7 steps for manifesting your dreams according to Roxie Nafousi. If you missed part 1 of this series, check out the video over here where I break down the first 3 steps. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.